How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is Klutzy Joe, and I'm coming with a Mezco 112 Mezco Direct Exclusive Ultimate Spider-Man. Now, before I actually go on over to this, I gotta give thanks over to Polly the Artist, a seller on eBay who made this review possible. And if it wasn't for him, I don't know how long it would have actually taken me to get this figure. Now, this figure was actually sold at Comic-Con as well as on the Mezco store. But anyways, let's not get too much into that. So what you get right here is a simple box. You don't get to you don't get any window packaging, which is a big no-no for me. It's a missed opportunity. Anyways, you also don't end up getting the slip cover that you will regularly end up getting with the 112 figure. Right here on the side, you get a Ultimate Spider-Man 112 logo right here. Ultimate Spider-Man right here at the top. You get the whole Spider-Man face. You get on the top right corner, you get to see the Marvel logo. On the top, on the bottom right corner, you get to see the Marvel logo. On the bottom left corner, you get the Ultimate Spider-Man. And the top left, you want to get in the 112. And at the top right, you get the Mezco logo. There we go. Anyways, on the other side, you want to get in the same design as on the other side. So on the sides, that's pretty much all you get. The bottom, you end up getting the legal jargon, and right here on the back, you end up getting a very cool design right here of the 112 Spider-Man. Now, before I continue, let me just tell you this box is very, very small. To give you a size comparison, here it is standing next to the 112 Punisher box, and as you get to see, it is a huge difference. Look at that. Huge difference. The Spider-Man box is actually very small, and as you can see, you can put it in front, and it is very small. Wow, that was embarrassing. So you get to see that. Of course, because the angle or the lighting on the camera, you don't get to see it, but as you get, there you go. So it's very small. It's a very small box. But I can't complain about this one, so it's actually pretty cool. Get this out of the way. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. It's almost a shame that I gotta do what I gotta do. Alright, now looking at the accessories, you end up getting to see that he does end up having the open Mac Jazzy hands, which are actually pretty cool. Let me give you a close-up out of this one. The paint job on all of these is actually pretty flawless. You get to see the reds actually come out pretty good on every hand. And the little lines that you get to see right here on the black are actually sculpted on and painted black. So that's what's actually pretty cool. So aside from that, you also get the I'm a rocker, dude web shooting hands, which is actually pretty cool. I'll go on over to an effect that you get to do with that one. You also end up getting these fists that actually come with the figure. Pretty cool. Again, like I said, the paint job is actually executed flawlessly. As you get to see, it's actually pretty good. You also end up getting the web effect, which I've been calling the web spread shot design. Feel free to actually correct me. Noids. Anyway, so as you get to see, it's actually pretty cool. You also end up getting this little I want to see the little hand sticking to something web shooting here. It's actually pretty cool. Let me see. There we go. All these end up having some pretty cool detail, as you get to see. Anyways, enough of that. You also get these projectile web shoots. Actually pretty cool. Look like cotton swabs to me, right? One is bigger than the other one, as you get to see. Pretty cool. Like I like that all these actually have sculpted detailing on them. You do end up getting this bendy wire spider spider web, which is another super cool little effect. The only problem is that there are no hands that could grab this one, so I'm guessing that you could just wrap this around like a villain or something like that, or anybody that you're gonna put him up against Spidey. So I guess I guess it'll work. You know, guess it'll work all right. Can't really say anything bad about it. You know, can't really hate on it, other than the fact that there are no hands that Spidey can actually grab. Let's see. Let's see. Yep. Nope. Anyways, he also ends up coming with this claw, which is actually pretty cool for the display base. It's actually pretty cool. And he also comes with this display stand, so that's actually pretty cool as well, along with a surprise that I will show you guys in a moment. Okay, so anyways, enough of all these things. Let's look at Miles Morales Spider-Man, everybody. And this is actually pretty cool. I have been wanting to get this figure almost since I first heard of him, and it is insanely good. I gotta tell you guys, this has to be my most favorite Spider-Man figure pretty much of all time. And that's saying something, because I've seen a lot of real good Marvel Legends actually go on and take on the Spider-Man. And so far, nothing has actually compared to this guy. Now, the first thing that I'm actually going to tell kind of throw a fit about is what is it that a lot of the reviewers have actually been talking about, that this guy does not end up having any ankle pivots. Come on, stop being scared of actually posing the freaking figures. Look at this. Alright? Just look at this. Full on. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how far he opens. Huh? And it's still connected right there. So what are you talking about? No ankle pivot. You guys. He's actually... So he has real good ankle pivot. Might as well start with their articulations already, right? So he ends up having pretty good ankle pivot. Pretty good. Alright. His ankle is not able to go up that high, but it's able to point down real well. You get to see on both of them. It does end up having double jointed knees. Let's get this thing out of the way, right? It does end up having double jointed knees, which is actually pretty cool. Like that. And he's able to open up about that much, which I'm not going to do anymore because I am scared that this thing might actually rip. But anyways, let's just bend his knee and let's go on with the rest of the articulation. So let's just see. And I actually got the camera to actually work real well. So anyways, here he is. And now let's go on over with the articulation right here at the head. He has a double jointed neck, which makes him look up that high. Real awesome, right? He's able to look down that much. He's able to pivot his head side to side, which is awesome. Anyways, his arms are able to open up about that much without this without the fabric actually getting messed up. I actually love this. Awesome. His arm is able to go up that high without the suit actually hindering any bit of mobility. Pretty cool, right? And he does end up having a double jointed elbow. And these are the standard peg articulations that you get from Mezco, which, you know, they're able to open up. Go up and down. Side to side is not much, but if you're able to get them to move that well, then you'll be able to get it. Now, one thing that I do want to show you guys is this pretty cool thing. With this hand, right? Let me pull this thing out and let me see, where is the other little rocker dude hand. I'm doing all this in real time, so by any chance any screw ups, then you guys can actually call me up on it. Alright, and let's see, I am having a problem actually finding that one hand that I need. Ain't it the way? And what? Screw it. I'm gonna do it with whatever hand. Alright? Whichever one it is, that's the one. Still for the left and the right one, so it's gonna be the same thing. To plug in the web effect, you actually just plug it in right here at the port, right here at the hand. It'll be good to see. You just hold it down like that, and you just connect it in. Be sure to be careful because I've been hearing that there are a lot that have been breaking. Anyways, there you go. And I know it's a wrong hand, whatever, sue me. I just wanted to show you guys this, and it's pretty cool, right? I mean, the web is actually coming, it looks like it's actually shooting from the wrist, and that's what's cool, because a lot of the things, you know, you usually end up having to either plug and connect right here at the top, which kind of makes it weird. Mezco is ingenious by doing this over for us, and it's pretty cool. As you get to see, just looking at the posability of this figure is actually pretty insane. You know, it's pretty cool. I mean, to see how is it that Spider-Man is actually able to get these dynamic poses. The one issue that I really do end up having that I'm not happy with is that he doesn't end up having any butterfly joint. Or you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stop messing around with that because I don't know if it's there or not. I'm gonna have to contact Mezco and ask them if by any chance they did put it. Although it's starting to look like it just might, either that or I'm about to screw up my figure. So, you know what, screw that. I'm okay with it. Let's go on with the rest of the review. Anyways, so I'm going to show you guys something that is very cool that comes in this little box. I mean, in this little bag. Now, what that is, it's... Check it out! This is freaking awesome, alright? We literally end up having a Spider-Man that can actually be on a wall. He's a wall-crawling Spider-Man right here, and that is what's awesome. Now, the cool thing about this the reason why that's actually being done is by this cool little gadget right here, which is a claw that you're actually able to move from side to side. And it ends up having a magnet right here, so that's what's actually holding on to Spidey right here, and it's insanely good. Look at that. Honestly, how many Spider-Man figures in your youth, in your childhood, or period, have you been able to do something like that? You know, I like this. I like it a lot. It looks cool. It's something new. I haven't seen this before on any action figure. And honestly, I dig it a lot. Just look at that. Pretty cool, right? Anyways, let's go for a brief size comparison and then we'll call quits. Here he is standing next to the Mezco 112 Punisher. And as you get to see, Spidey's a little bit shorter than Frank, you know, but not by a lot. You know, if anything, we're looking at like a cool millimeter different. Yeah, if anything, like a cool 2, 3, maybe even, yeah, it's about 2 or 3 millimeters in difference. But other than that, it's actually the same. They're almost the same size. Can't stop thanking my brother for my very first Mezco Punisher. Hey, dude, the review is about me. Alright, sorry. Here he is standing next to the first release of the Mezco 112 Dark Knight Returns Batman. And this is a previous exclusive one, and this one was actually the first release. So just to give you guys a little heads up, I got him in 2017. I got him in 2017, and I think it was released in 2015, late 2015, early 2016, something around there. And wow, was I dumb. I should have actually gotten them at the moment. This thing actually cost me about $250, so don't wait till this one goes to that price in order for you to get that one. The Punisher is actually coming up to that point, so, you know, do jump on them if you actually want to get these figures. Just for giggles, here we have him next to the Storm Collectibles 1/12 or 1/10 scale Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And as you get to see, the proportions should be like this. Spider-Man should be this small. He shouldn't actually be, you know, about a millimeter or two short from being the same size as the Punisher or anything like that. He should be pretty small. This is Miles Morales we're talking about. A kid that just came into charter school, so I don't see why the hell is he so tall. Anyways, pretty cool Hogan figure, as I did make a review about him a while ago, so I'm actually happy about that one. Dude, you're doing it again. Alright, fine. Here you see him standing next to a 2003 Marvel Legends Battle Pack Spider-Man. I forgot from what wave was it that he actually came out on. I think it might have actually been just a Spider-Man Classic figure. Anyways, this one beats this one in the articulation, and that is simply because he's able to look down real far, and the butterfly joints, which is the one thing that I really wanted to see on a Mezco 112 Spider-Man figure. You know, other than that, everything else is the same. Everything else is pretty cool. Oh, and the legs are actually able to kick up ridiculously high. You know, Bruce Lee status. Anyways, and just for giggles, here he is standing next to the DC Icons Superman. Why? Cause why the hell not? Anyways, one thing I did want to try out is to see if by any chance the head swaps could actually be done between Mezco figures, and apparently they can't. And it's a shame. You know, you get to see that they're actually standing right there like that, but the Punisher's head is actually dangling, and as for Spider-Man's head on the Punisher's body, his head just does not stay right there. But either way, they're actually pretty cool. Oh no, I'm really digging this figure. It is actually pretty cool. It's very posable. It is something that I haven't seen before, and I really do wish that Mezco does end up improving, because we end up having the classic Spider-Man coming on out along with the symbiote Spider-Man, and I do not want them to end up having this hindrance in the articulation when it comes down to it. This figure does end up having a lot of promise. As I did mention, he is pretty cool. As I said, I do end up liking it, and I'm very happy. Thanks to Paulie the artist. Again, thanks to Paul, I was actually able to get this thing, and you know, I acted upon it before it actually does end up getting more expensive. Which that Punisher over there, the one that you see right there, is actually going for $200. And that's a regular one. You haven't even seen the other one that is the previews exclusive, or the Mezco Direct one, which is the classic the classic Punisher. That one's going for an insane amount of money. So, you know, try to get this about as soon as you can, because this thing is actually going to get it's going to be pretty expensive, and you don't want to pay a hot toy price for something like this. So anyways, this has been Klutzy Joe. I hope that you really enjoyed this review. I know that it was a little long, but I really did want to make a comeback over with you guys, and I hope that you enjoy this.